is such a cute opening.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you.
Get your groove on.
What is going down up here in the Andromeda 7 Portal family, y'all? Man, we're so happy to see you guys tonight. It's going to be an explosive show with so much energy that I'm like already flush and everything. So you know it's going to be good. So I just wanted to say welcome, everybody. Thank you so much, everyone on the panel coming. Motherella, it's such an honor and a privilege to have you.
Thank you.
Oh
Thank
my
you for
God.
having me.
I'm out right now. I'm kind of fan crushing right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll pull it together. I'm sorry. Okay. Let me say hi to everybody. Doug Stacks in the house. Robert V.
Hi, Doug.
What's up,
Hi,
man?
Robert.
Mary
Hi,
Wynn,
Robert. Hi, everybody.
Johan, Dancing Gypsy, and Delaney Pearl Jones, the winner of our previous contest. Congratulations to her.
Right on.
Let's see, we got Deborah Sloan, Mandy Moo,
Hi,
Grandpa
Mandy.
Brian. Let's see, we got Alina, the fam. Let's see, where else? Oh my God, you guys are so
Siani's here. There's a bunch of folks here that were just in Michelle's show, and we're like,
lost.
Oh,
we just
right.
left
Wonderful.
the area.
Welcome.
Hi,
Welcome
everybody.
to our
Welcome.
brood.
Hi.
Sienna Reese. Hi, I hope I didn't say her name wrong. Gerald Yates. Hi, Gerald.
Truth
Hello,
Seeker.
everyone.
Hi, Jayashir.
Claudette.
Hi.
Hey,
Kelly.
JoJo.
Kelly's in the house. Hi, Kelly.
Kitty cat.
Hi, Kelly.
I'm looking at all those.
Okay,
Doug.
let me make sure.
Love
and
it.
Doug, let me
Doug's
make sure I got everybody in here.
Yep,
Okay. I don't want to miss you. Okay. All right. If I missed your name, we'll catch up again in here a little bit. So,
Yeah.
so you guys settle in, get some coffee, get some tea, whatever you like.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and let Brenda start us off with a poem. So, Brenda, would you please grace us with your words?
Thank you very much. You all remember the Brian's video that says you are limitless.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. Well, Al was reminded of this when he was on his picture directory, and he asked me to read a poem or a quote for "You Are Limitless." I want to attempt this.
Okay.
Synonyms for limitless is unbounded, measureless, and unending. When something is limitless, there's an unending amount or supply of it. If you truly believe there are limitless possibilities in life, you see no limit to what you can achieve. So, this is one for Al and everyone else out there. This is for you, Al. This is a quote by, and I think this is a German name, Stichrules, Stichrules. It says, we have unlimited potential to conquer any feat in this lifetime. The potential you have cannot be underestimated for what you have. It is something truly special. You are what life needs to make this world brighter than what it was. Through all of your efforts, you are limitless. You can accomplish all is possible through life and being able to achieve the life that can be obtained. In all, on your efforts, be efficient, become strategic, be the best you can be. You are limitless. You are what this world needs to make this world better than it once was, because you are limitless.
Aw.
I think that
thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Brenda.
Thank you
Nice.
so
Is that okay,
much.
Al? Do you like
Oh,
that?
that was beautiful. Thank you so
Beautiful.
much.
Good. I'm glad.
Always.
Fantastic.
There's a song called Limitless where she's talking about limitless.
Yeah.
And it's just, it is a gorgeous song. I share it in the chats with you guys sometimes.
Yeah.
It is just so, love that song. And I love that. That was beautiful. So let's get on to Kelly's word of the day.
You got it. Kelly's word of the day. Wow, that was
Can-
beautiful, Kelly.
Can I pull empathy apart as the word alchemist?
Go ahead,
Yeah.
alchemist.
Okay, so you've got EM at the beginning, which is mother in Hebrew. Then you've got pa, and then you've got thy. So the mother and the father is thy.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's
I
nice.
love my mommy and daddy.
Like it.
Or you look at it as mother, the path, thy. See how path is in, of course, in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's everything is in that word.
Wow.
That's brilliant.
thank
That's
you.
absolutely
Thank you,
Beautiful, Jules.
Thanks,
Mhm.
Kelly. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Kel.
Thank you, Kelly. Yeah.
Okay, before I fall out of my seat with anticipation, I'm wiggling around so much like right now. I just want to skyrocket out into the atmosphere. All right, let me introduce Motherella Piper, Michelle Motherella Piper, which it's just, if you guys have ever followed her or read any of her books, her presence speaks before her, I swear. So Motherella is a psychic medium, spiritual teacher, author, and doctor of philosophy and natural health and holistic nutrition, who has been channeling spirits since she was 6 years old.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Motherella has an extensive background helping people connect to their spirit guides, angels, and loved ones who have passed. She is a teacher of mind, body, and soul alignment through spirit and afterlife. Her passion is helping people to shift their mindset, manifest their dreams, and connect with their soul in the universe. During the decades of delivering spirit messages to the world, Dr. Michelle Motherella Piper realized how many people desire to learn to utilize their own intuition and connect with spirit. Many think you need a special gift or ability to unveil your natural born intuition. It will allow you to see that you and everyone possess the gift of intuition, and I agree. I think everyone, to whatever degree they want to allow themselves to have that gift, we all have it. The question is, are you and others actually using your intuition to connect with your higher self and spirit? So this is a really important question. So Motherella, would you take over and just give us an introduction to how this all came about for you? I mean, that was just brief, but I know it's been a lifetime of experiences for you.
Thank you. Thank you. First of all, thank you all for having me. I know everyone is busy and there's multiple guests you can have, so it's an honor to be here, that I was selected to be here. Teresa and Crystal, I know you follow the show. I am not sure about anybody else. I'm sorry, but you've been following the show. You're very supportive, so I am grateful and I thank you very much. So with that said, I have been channeling the afterlife for over 45 years, very clearly. I was an avid reader as a kid, so back in the day, I was able to get some expensive words, with my channeling in paragraph form. So that's hence why I speed read, which I'm sure we'll get to at some point in the show. But my first encounter was me finding out I had a sister who had passed because she had visited me at 6.
Wow.
So that is really where the connection started in terms of the audible portion, because the conversations were being had literally after that first encounter, and it was literally played out. So one of my gifts is I do a lot of remote view. I teach remote view. I've done a lot of psychic investigation work with a lot of, I've been blessed to work with a lot of detectives, doing, helping families who have lost their families to murder and kidnapping and things like this. But so as a kid, I was playing out these movies in my head long before I even knew I didn't even know what it was. And so when I met my sister, I had seen this life that she came into, but then exited very quickly in this form of a movie. Then the audible started coming with telling me how it happened. So I had to, at a very young age, understand what I was seeing versus what I was hearing in my head. Then I started being able to see spirit in physical. So that was very disturbing for a child, because a lot of people say, well, psychic mediums can't see spirit. They see them in their third eye. Well, that is not true. a lot of psychic mediums can see spirit. And we all have the gift in our own individual way. So that is really how it started. And then I have never taken a class. I have never worked in anyone's workshops. I have been solely trained by the spirit world in a very close setting. I've had a galactic council of 7 for many, many years. And I've been doing this professionally throughout the world. I'll be coming up to my 15th year in July.
Wow.
Wow. So
Amazing.
I just have a quick question. As a child, were you nurtured as you started expressing that you had these issues, or were they try to shut you down?
Crystal, I'm Italian Catholic. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah.
Please. I had candles burning. I was dragged by my nana to church to go through confession. I didn't even know what that was. I don't even think I made the sacrament yet. I had oil being thrown on me. Oh no. When you come from an Italian Catholic family, trust me, they think you are either one, the Antichrist, or two, you are the witch playing out the role of the witch in the Italian family. And you're doing juju and, I was, gypsy and all these things. So especially when I would actually walk around the house talking to spirit like they're in front of me.
Oh my goodness.
So then they thought I was batshit crazy. So no,
But
that was not.
I know
great.
we're laughing, but that's incredibly difficult as a child to have that. And so I'm pretty fortunate. My mother understood I was weird before I came here, and so she nurtured that, which I'm very thankful. I'm very fortunate for that, because I know I've seen others with their gifts, and they're just. You could see their family construct trying to like shut them down, shut them out. Like why?
But my family couldn't stop me. You know my personality. You've watched me. This is no different than when I was a kid. That's why they called me, she's not but a bitch. But I still did me. I still stuck with who I was and what I did, even at that young age, even though I didn't know what it was. I never really stopped the connection. Did I shut it down from time to time? Yeah. We go through life, we go through experiences, and then sometimes we just don't want to, it gets overwhelming. I mean, there is a lot of truth to this. Is a very, I think people get a misconception because of Hollywood, and they see this played out in the form of editing and all this fake roles and all this script, and they think it's all this beauty in this. Well, guess what? Is it so beautiful when you're working with a client and that woman's coming to see you for closure because her son was murdered and he was a serial killer? Like, so
Heavy.
do you see that on TV? Because you really don't. Or, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of, or the person who has had a traumatized life and has taken the risk dark path now sees the light and is coming to me for work and wants healing. Like, so what are you going to do? Shun him because he had some, skeletons in his closet? So I deal with real people, real stories. You got to be prepared for this work. So, you can't always just choose this gift. You can't walk into a reading and go, well, I'm only going to read you if you're going to talk about the light.
Yes.
You have to be strong.
You'll never make it. You're not helping anybody by doing that. So
you might be the person I need to talk to about the dreams I've been having. I've been having these dreams that people are coming to me in the past 5 years. This is recent. In the past 5 years, I started having these dreams that souls are coming to me and showing me their last moment on Earth.
Yeah, because what do you think? Because why is that? Let's test it right now.
I don't know.
You do know. What's happening right now in the ascension?
Oh,
your builds are dying. Your old builds, your blueprints,
Yep.
your old builds, your old soul contracts, everything's dying.
That's
What did I just say? Divorced, finalized January 28th, filed November 20th, left Michelle. I am no longer Michelle. I hate the name, never connected it. Yelled at my mother at 3, like, what the hell with a Michelle? I couldn't even say my name. And by the time I was 10, I hated my name. I wanted to change it. Never connected with the name. Now I know why, because I hate Michelle. Love Motherella. So
Mhm.
Yeah, you are
You're seeing-
Motherella.
motherfucking Rella.
Yeah.
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 You're seeing the deaths of these old builds play out through the ascension and the awakening. So people who are coming to you for work, you are going to help them kill off those
Yeah.
old soul contracts, those old traumas, those old, and that's the death you're seeing. And you're not seeing it in the physical death, because
No.
death is, we're
Yeah.
immortal, so there is no
Yes.
death. So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
only another dimension, another realm.
Mhm.
So that is what you already know
Mhm.
this. You just needed the trigger to connect it.
Remember.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like I was trying to figure. I'm like, why is this happening right now?
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you're so right. Like, oh, it's right in front of my face.
Yeah, because we're going through I mean, think how the planetary shifts have come out. A lot of my predictions played out with the changes over this last 2 years,
Mhm.
and this ascension's amplified at an all-time high right now as we speak, with the
Yes.
last planetary shift happening 2
Yeah.
days ago.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
you're seeing these dreams in the last 5 months, all you're
5
seeing,
years.
5 years. Well, it's because we're at that peak. We're at that, the volcano's getting ready to erupt.
Yeah.
Now, see,
Yeah.
Lori up here, Pure Love.
Mhm.
She's been on your program constantly with me, watching you. We're in the chat room together interacting.
Yep.
She
Hi,
channels.
Laura.
She
Hi.
channels her guides every morning, and her guides are telling her all these same things. And I have guides too, and we're all getting this same message. This is my
Mhm.
last rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Everything's coming together and
I know that
meshing,
too.
and
Mhm.
I just know I'm done.
Yep.
So, and I'm joyful about it. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
My last
Our-
hurrah
I'm
I know which path I'm
excited.
taking. I know which
Yep.
direction I'm going, and I know
Yeah.
which path I'm taking.
is not here in hell. No,
No.
This
Devil's
is hell.
playground. We're in the devil's playground. You guys
That's
having
right.
fun?
But
That's-
I'm lucky. I'm lucky
Yeah.
in that respect. And if I could just have a second, Crystal, because hello, Niall, welcome, Niall from Ireland. Appreciate it. I heard you, brother. I get it. Thank you. And yes, we have another Michelle here. Michelle Marie from the Body Owl is back. She was on here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Welcome
And,
back, Michelle.
We got these magical
Hi.
Michelles together here. We have Lori Michelle Cross.
Mhm.
We have Michelle Thompson. We have Michelle Cannon Free. And Jules and I broke down Michelle the other day and what that means. And they are all transformational coaches in one way or another. They're all about getting you to that higher conscious that you need to be at. They were predestined to do that in this lifetime anyway. So
Mhm.
that's what Michelle means,
Who
of,
is like-
of God, or who is like
Who
God.
is like God? Who is like God?
Mhm.
Mhm.
I never resonated with my name either. When you said that, I started laughing. I'm
Me either.
also Italian Catholic.
Oh, so you know.
Yeah.
There you
So
go.
where do they come up with this outside of the Beatles? And I don't know how old you are, but my mother thought about it when they sang "Me Shall My Bell." Oh
Yeah.
God,
Oh,
please,
never liked
Please.
that song.
never correlated in the soul contract either. I don't know if that was for you too as you got older. We all have our soul signatures.
Mhm.
And when I started connecting with my soul signature and was hearing through what I was playing out as my role, it didn't even match in my soul signature. I didn't even understand it.
Hmm.
So it didn't connect. So I'm sure you had that experience too, right, Michelle?
Yeah, I'm an owl because of the whole death and then transformation. And when I came out with my business, people are like a little bit afraid of the owl because of the connection with death.
Oh my
But
God. It's beautiful.
Owls,
Mhm.
I thank you. I think that
Wisdom.
owls signify such beauty and
Oh.
transformation and wisdom.
Mhm.
Yeah, their significance is very important to me.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
An owl's my spirit animal, and I have owls
Yeah,
all
mine
through
too.
my house.
Sweet.
I
One of my
adore
totems.
owls.
They're full of wisdom. I used to have owls when I was
Yeah.
a kid reading books
Yeah.
because I wanted all their knowledge.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Motherella, could you
When you
tell us
stand-
the story of your name, of how you became Motherella, how you realized you were Motherella?
So real short, I was standing, totally lost sight of who I was. I was in a failing marriage at the time. I had 3 babies under the age of 4, feeling like a single mom, but was still married at the time. completely lost sight of who I was. This is when I started to shut Spirit down. I literally wanted to escape the world. I was so miserable. I was overweight. I was unhealthy. I had just finished 2 bouts of going through thyroid and parathyroid cancer, both at 31, and then it came back a second time. So I was just, and back then it was big pharma. I was going through my practitioner program, and in scientific schools, you are all about drugs and drugs and drugs and drugs. And so I was out of body. And so I was standing, doing laundry, literally ready for a breakdown. I was on the phone with my friend Patty at the time, and I said to her, she goes, how are you doing today? I said, you know what? I said, I got 2 kids crying. One, is in the pull-up thing. The other one's in a diaper. I had laundry everywhere. I basically had a t-shirt on, no underwear, no clothes, because I couldn't even have time to shower and get dressed. I wasn't working. My husband at the time was on his, God only knows how many business trips. And I said to her, I go, I feel like motherfucking Rella. And she goes, what? And I said, I feel like motherfucking Rella. And all of it, I don't even know how I said it. And all of a sudden, I hear this voice, who I know now who it is. It was one of my guides, but at that time I didn't know what it was. I heard this male voice come through and said, no, you're going to be motherfucking Rella. And I was like, so now here I am with, because back then we didn't have cell phones. We still had the home phone. So I'm like,
wow,
what in the fuck? So I go, oh my God, I just found out. I know what it is, Patty. I'm going to have a t-shirt company. So sure shit, July 26th, 2000, whatever, I go and make all kinds of t-shirts thinking motherfucking Rella. I even have a picture of what it looks like. No joke. This is what I carry it with me as a reminder of how stupid this concept was, but yet so powerful. So this was my original plan. I was going to make a t-shirt of me as the mom in what I thought was heels and skinny self, with all these babies crawling on the floor, laundry, the phone off the hook. Like, you can tell how old it is. And this was going to be my t-shirt company. And so I made a bunch of t-shirts thinking I was this. And within about 6 months, became a psychic medium. Had no idea, but here I am. Did my first reading about 6 months later. And I didn't even know why I was doing it. I was gifted a deck of cards, and I'm like, I ain't playing with these cards. These are angel cards. I don't even talk to angels.
Can I tell you what I see with that?
Yeah.
It's Cinderella, but Motherella. It's
right?
you transformed, like totally, like like see Alakazoo, bibbidi bobbidi boo. It's like, that's done, man. I love it.
Totally.
Trina, I was just thinking the same thing right now. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I said that this morning.
Brilliant.
Am I very own princess?
Yes, I love it. Motherella, I love it. And I so can relate. My God, you're telling that story. I'm like, I totally feel you. Oh my gosh. I had 5 of them running around. Oh my God.
5?
I was like, wow. Yes. Yeah. Because I had my best friend was having a mental breakdown because she was over medicated from the pharmaceutical companies. And so I had my 2 and her 3.
Yeah.
Plus my 13 nieces and nephews. So
fun.
sometimes I had a small softball team. It was an adventure every day. Yeah.
Fun times.
Yeah.
I think that's what I love about you most, is that you're so relatable. And I was just talking earlier about how, like, I feel like, is it egotistical to say you see pieces of yourself in others, and I just see these beautiful pieces of myself in you. It's beautiful.
Aww.
It's really beautiful.
Right.
But you're just better. It's like, this is better.
I'm better now.
version of
Trust me.
I'm better
Trust
now.
me. I don't know if Lori and Therese saw the show from this week, but I've been coming forward about my rock bottom moments, and they were not pretty.
Right on.
No, they're not. They never are.
There's many times that I played it out where I was leaving this
there's
planet.
important lessons to be learned from all of it. I mean, without it, you wouldn't be who you are now.
I would not.
That's
I would
true.
not.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't be who you are now.
You are so tough. that it's just that Steel Magnolias comes to mind. You
Oh,
know?
I love that movie.
Me too.
Oh, that was
You're a
a good
Steel
movie.
Magnolia.
Thank you.
Brendan,
Oh, I like
So
that.
you're
Brenda's
tough
nodding
too
in
then,
agreement over there.
Crystal.
That's a T-shirt. Hashtag Steel Motherella.
Uh,
Motherella Steel.
Motherella Steel. That's better.
Even
Yeah.
better, even better.
I'll give you it. Do it.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Steel Motherella. Because
So
there's
yeah.
a Steel Motherella in every woman and every man that's tapped in and balanced
true.
with his divine feminine, because it's okay to be tapped in as a masculine to their divine feminine, which makes us balanced.
Mhm. Yep.
And I also wanted to say that bitch is not a bad word. Bitch came from this book called Why Men Love Bitches. Go get you that book. Bitch is babe in total control of herself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a bad word.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Yep.
good way to
Not a
out
bad
I heard
the
it.
word.
Rocky uses it all the time. Bitches.
Yeah.
I heard it. Beautiful, intelligent, trying. It's about beautiful, intelligent, and us learning about our issues and how to overcome them. Challenging, and it was like, so I heard an anagram one day, and it was mind blowing. And I said, and everybody was like, "That is so bitch." I was like, I wish I could remember right now because it was amazing. But Motherella, I just had to show you this because I hope you guys can see this. Okay, see? But hold on.
There I am. Wait, is my arms going? That's how I was when I looked up. I
She
was like, what in the fuck
transformed.
are you guys talking
Oh,
about?
she transforms. She's one of those.
Yep.
3D.
Yeah.
She transforms.
Oh my
Ah.
gosh,
Yeah.
that's
Oh, that's
awesome. I
cool.
love it.
Wow,
From
Trina, that's
rags
good.
to
Good
princess.
stuff.
That is adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And that
I'm
fits
like,
in,
that's
yeah, that fits in
Motherella, the
combo.
transformation. Yeah. I'm like, the full on transformation. I just had to show you. Like I said, I was so blown away when you said that. I'm like, the transformation. That's brilliant.
Uh-huh.
This leads me to a question. I've been working your book, and I'm telling you, I'm stuck. These are some of the hardest questions that if you want to like honestly answer them, that
Sure.
you're just stuck, and then you try to cheat yourself and go, oh, blah,
I
blah,
know.
blah.
You're only
And then you
cheating
go
yourself.
back and you go, no,
Uh-huh.
you're wrong. You're missing it. You're missing it. I have, what was I going to say? Oh shoot, man! I just had a brain fart. I was going to ask
the question that you were stuck on, Crystal.
Yeah, it was something about how. Okay, I found it. There you go. Thank you, Trina. How, when it comes to transforming, I know that you're never finished. Has there been ever? I know Christians would say Jesus was the only one that ever finished transformation. But do you think or feel or perceive that there's been any souls that have made it to the most completest transformation that you could possibly reach? Is that possible?
I have seen souls that have reached their final stage of transformation, and they have now become ascended masters, and I've connected with them in readings. Now, the downside to that is that ascended masters are looked at as only the ones that have a hierarchy in this angelic realm. That is not true based on the years of experience I've been channeling, and I've done hundreds of thousands of readings for people from all over the world. So when I am connecting with those, what I call ascended souls, those souls that are in that higher state of almost like a spirit guide to the human world of whoever I'm channeling with, yes, they're completion. They're in the number 9. So they have completed their cycle. They are not reincarnating. And you can see that when you're reading, certain types of realms. So they are in their state of transformation. So in my professional opinion, based on what I have done all these years, yes, there is a stopping of transformation, and it does not only apply to Jesus because of the way the organized religious belief system is. That is not the end all be all to the afterlife, just because a human man wrote a Bible.
Right.
So
I agree.
Sorry, I'm not trying to
Yeah.
cause
Yeah,
any-
no,
No, it resonates.
We're,
It
No,
we're
resonates.
getting
No.
we're getting
Mhm.
some rather interesting
Yes.
comments from the chat room.
That's fine.
We're getting
You
some.
listen. You'll get it straight from me. I hear what I hear. I see what I see. I was born and raised Italian Catholic. Trust me, I had to unlearn my indoctrination because I was walking around thinking I was the devil. And so, like, trust me.
horrible.
Well, hey, when you're raised in that environment, you know.
That's a nightmare. That's a living nightmare.
Yeah, my family
I'm-
didn't
trust
treat me
me,
bad. It just, it's.
My
It was hard
mother-in-law
on
called
you.
me a succubus, so I feel you.
Ooh, incubus and succubus. They can be fun.
Yeah.
Having sex with
Right?
spirit. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's sexual alchemy. That's awesome.
My mom said the same thing. She says, "Oh, it's a compliment. They're really hot and sensual."
They are.
I love you, Mom.
They are.
I love you, Mom.
And right now, I'd rather have sex with spirit than some of the humans. So,
Right?
trust me, I'm divorced. I know.
Oh my.
Me too, Motherella.
Give it to
I
me.
feel you, love.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
love
you.
it.
I feel you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey, no attachments. They don't talk back. They give you what you want, and then they leave.
Right.
And
Bye.
you left feeling sensual and sexual.
Oh,
So,
you're rolling me over so hard right now.
the truth.
Oh Lord.
The truth. And I know people are agreeing. They're in the chat room going, oh, shit.
Well, it's so funny too.
Yeah. So they're all going to
Yeah,
go to
like
bed
you-
with their partners and spouses tonight going, oh, please give it to me. Give it to me. I'm just,
Mhm.
I need to
Isn't
stop.
it funny how spirit love is like so much more powerful than human love? Like when you can't compare.
No, because it's
It's great.
unconditional.
It's
Mhm.
unconditional.
Yeah, it's
We
crazy. It's a
have
different
conditions
level of
on
love. Yeah.
everything.
I think we're
Spirit.
stalking all the guys right now in the chat room. You want? Yeah. Okay.
All the guys are flipping.
We love
out
you,
right now.
brothers. We love you. Don't flip
We
out.
do.
Don't worry, Motherella. We got a poll. We
Can I
got a
get-
poll
Get your
for
swing
later.
in here and dive into the
What's that,
estrogen
Al?
ocean.
You can't get a word in edgewise, Al.
Al,
Can I get some of that? Can I get some of that spirit too? Can I buy some of that spirit too?
Spirit holds no reservations, no judgments. It's equal opportunity for all.
Love
I have
that.
a question.
Yes.
question. I'm not sure if this is of interest to anyone else, but it's for Motherella, of course, because you're right here. And I'm wondering, what is the difference in your mind between shaman work and psychic work?
Mhm.
They're very similar, but different, and they're different crowds of people. And it might be confusing for some people out in the audience who are trying to work on their own intuition to find their own path when there are so many paths available. Could you maybe talk about what the differences are?
Yeah. So when you're doing going into your journey of psychic mediumship, so let's start with the basic. We all have the gift of intuition. We are all psychic mediums. Every single I've seen so many books out there that you can't. We're all mediums, but not everyone's a psychic. Not everyone's a psychic. Not everyone's a medium. All the students I've placed out into this world, there's not one that has a separation of the two. Everyone is a psychic medium. Even when they started with nothing, they left being a psychic medium. When it comes to the art of Charmin, I'm so sorry. No disrespect. Charmin.
Please don't squeeze the Charmin.
When it comes to the art of shamanism, so I have a couple of very close tribal friends who are Native American, and they are the real, shamans. They've trained, multiple years, connected with their ancestry, with their tribal source. There's a strong healing modality that goes in line with that type of work, and it comes from a very deep centered spiritual level that you can't always get just through developing your intuition or your psychic mediumship ability. It is an innate gift, and it is an innate path and purpose. And when you are connecting in your Akashic records, and you go into your Akashic records and you get the downloads from the incarnations of years and years of training and practice from your past lives, that is how you become this unbelievably gifted and beautiful shaman in this physical world. The problem is that in today's world, they have a lot of modern training for shaman. And
Yeah.
you can't train. I mean, you can learn, you can read, but this is something that you have this innate, like almost like high ascended level of gift and ability to work with healing modalities and what I like to call energy medicine, because there's a lot that goes into that type of healing work. And this is not something that you can just train with. Yeah, you can go into the nature, you can go into these huts, you can sit naked in these sweatshops and go into these groups, but it's so much deeper than that. So, and it takes years and years and years to work through your, like I said, your past life, your Akashic records, go into your source and find out what those modalities are to bring them here in the planetary world, in the 3D world, because in our world, we don't have those tools. We have to bring them back. Humans have taken away the natural ability of these shamans. You know, our Native Americans are the first ones that came into this realm. You know, I know there's a lot of controversy around that, saying, well, it started in Europe and started in Greece and started in Egypt. That's fine, and it's your own belief system, but only from my research and my inner knowing and working with people and some of my close friends who are still on the reservations doing this work. To me, they're the true shamans, and they have a gift that I wouldn't even know where to start. He talks to me in his language, and he'll say like, oh, you need to put together this tincture and go through here, and you have to focus on this part of your Akashic record and cut I mean, it just rattles, and I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I have a question, and it ties in with what Niall is saying in here. He says shaman work. Okay, to be a shaman means to be torn apart and rebuilt. Psychics need to be rebuilt and then torn apart. They never meet. And
That's
then
interesting.
And
Niall
then
and I have been going at it since about 7 p.m. Central Standard Time this evening in my show, and now in this show. So I don't even know.
I'll comment.
Yeah, there you go.
The reason I was attracted to his, the reason I was attracted to that is because a lot of people will say to me, is the reason I'm not able to connect with higher spirit or getting guides because I haven't done enough in my life to warrant doing dark work. I'm like, oh, everybody has the dark night of the soul. So
we're all
you don't have
reptilian
to be
DNA.
a murderer. You don't have to be
I mean, where's this concept? We're all reptilian DNA.
Yep.
All of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you don't have to.
I was told that. Yes.
I knew that.
Yes.
It's who we are.
I was freaking out on the reptiles, and I'm all, those are bad things, la la la. And I literally heard my spirit guide start laughing hysterically, going, settle down, sweetheart.
Going,
you are a reptile.
Yeah.
That's what they said. You are reptilian. I was like, what?
You don't have to have gone through abuse or terrible things in your life to elevate to a higher level. It's all, your whole life is a process. So there might be times where you had some downs and ups and downs, but doing that inner works isn't just for people that have been hurt. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's not also, it's people so much focus on the shadow work because it's the fad right now.
Right.
Yeah. I hate that.
It's not just about Carl Jung's work, right? There are so many things out there. I think so many people are so focused on the shadow work, and that is why maybe they're not elevating shaman things after developing psychic abilities and working on purification of myself. Then I naturally started getting into shaman realms. I had no idea I was doing it. It just started happening.
See, that's what I was saying. So you probably ended up somehow through your work connecting back to your Akashic records, getting this download. It's almost like going in and pulling out the book and saying, oh, I was this back then. Oh, let me grab the book. And then what did I do?
Right.
And it just
That's
turns
like
on.
me.
And then from there and then
Helps you understand who you are.
Once you've met yourself, then all of a sudden it's like you start knowing stuff. I mean, I was like talking to spirits. I was like reading cards. I mean, it's like all this knowledge is just that I never knew how to do before.
Teresa, when you reach a state of total absorption in meditation, they say that you're able to meditate upon an object such as the sun. And during meditation, then if you're able to reach total absorption when you're meditating on that object, the sun, for example, you are given all the wisdom and knowledge the universe has on the solar system. That's the point of once you get to total absorption, just obtaining knowledge and wisdom, you continue to use your meditation, and you choose, you have free will. You choose, okay, I'm going to meditate on the moon. I want to know everything there is to know. Right. And then you obtain knowledge directly.
And a lot of people don't connect with the moon, and some people don't connect with the sun. So you have to go in. So that's when you want to start connecting with your own source of where do you need to return to? Where's home for you? You know, I haven't started connecting to the sun until this year. I've been in the you know, in the dark, like basically for years, but it's in a very beautiful way. I've worked with dark energies since I've been young, and I don't see them as evil, because in my dark world there is no evil. There is just a miscommunication.
It's both sides.
Yes, but just recently now, you know, being almost 52 years young and coming into this, I don't even know what level this is. I'm starting to see where I came from, and you know, how I return. How do I return back to home? Well, that's because I've connected with my dimensional family. How many of us actually get to do that?
That's right.
So now the sun, I'm starting to learn to work in sunlight now, because most of my work has been in dark.
I have a story about the sun, but I'll share that on my channel because it's
the
too
sun
much right now.
The sun is masculine energy, and the moon is the feminine energy.
I'm Lilith. I channel Lilith.
I've been very connected with lunar energy since I was little. Just stargazing.
Cultures, the sun is actually a feminine aspect.
In some cultures,
Really?
Personally, the sun is actually feminine, and the moon is actually masculine. But that's for me personally, because of my personal experience in the sun.
I don't know this culture. I've never heard it described that way.
I've never seen
I'll have to explain it in a video.
Yeah. I've always known Luna to be the female.
Typically, that's what it is. But for me, on a personal level, on my own, I can't speak for everybody else's experience and things. This is just my own personal experience. That when I left for a little visit, it was the sun that brought me in, and it was this massive, beautiful, feminine Shakti zenith of feminine energy.
So maybe that's what it was. It was Shakti, not the sun. Perhaps.
I don't know what it was. It's hard to even describe, because there's no human words to describe what I experienced.
Right.
It was like a marriage. It was there's the weakest word I can come up with is it was a marriage, and a realization of something.
Quantum Nova Body put in there the Black Moon Lilith. That is my co-host on my show. His nickname is Walker. He's the quantum healer. But Black Moon Lilith, there it is. So that's exactly me. That's who I channel. So the moon energy is that side for me.
Wow. Awesome.
For you,
It was Lilith, goddess Lilith, the goddess. Okay, I've looked her up. I recently actually.
Yep, I have two.
That is very strange. I've been working with her for like the past week, like daily, and she's been like showing me a lot of stuff. And a friend of mine, a couple weeks ago, it was actually Al, said he saw me entering into a portal because I had to go see my older sister, which was Lilith.
There you go.
Interesting.
I was like,
so maybe
these synchronicities, it's like you can't make this stuff up. I'm like, that's very interesting.
So you do know that's validation for you, because if you were questioning it, now you were validated.
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah, and it was very interesting.
Awesome, you guys. I'm like, my brain's going.
It's very powerful.
I was going to ask you, how would you like to represent how? I know with your book, guys, please go get Unveiling Your Intuition. Please go get this.
Awesome.
How would you like to explain to us how you assist others on this planet right now?
So the biggest thing that I have been doing for many, many years, and I have basically amplified in the last, I'd say, 2 years, is been teaching people to work with quantum energy. Because if you don't understand frequency and vibration and how that plays out for any soul on this planet, you'll have a very difficult time not only living here, but going through your awakening, your ascension, and stepping into your inner power of who you truly are, and knowing who you are, and learning your gifts and your talents, and bringing them forth to be part of the solution of what the spiritual war is.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wrote the book.
Solution, be the solution.
So I wrote this book actually in 6 weeks. And I wrote it right before COVID. And it was a combination of all the years of experience that I've had in basically one book, 17 chapters. Yep. And I thought, how do I bring my knowledge to something that's in a simplified way? So I dummied it down. And then I took all the homework tools of all the years I've been doing my teachings and putting tons of students out there. And then I decided to teach people to start with the first thing, which is understanding your consciousness. Once you understand that and you understand how the conscious works, then you can move into your intuition. And as you work into your intuition, you can learn how to identify between intuition and ego. And then as you work, and it goes chapter by chapter, and then you go into harnessing it. And then you go into understanding what the afterlife means, because the afterlife is many different things. So I dummied it down and I simplified it. And I wrote out the hierarchy, and I wrote out who has what roles. And then once you understand that, I move you into why you're doing this in an adult life, because at the child life, it's shut down. And then I wrote a whole section of, because it's shut down, how you end up automatically falling into the trap of the 3D matrix. And then once you understand 3D versus 5D consciousness, then it gets you straight into, well, what do you do with this information and how do we do it? And that's chapter 14, 15, 16, and 17, how to connect with your spirit guides. And almost everybody who's read the book connected with at least one spirit guide in 48 hours. Everybody. There's been not one testimonial that has not.
I believe
and then it separates you into practicing your psychic side, then your mediumship side. The problem is too many people go straight to the mediumship and they don't realize the psychic is probably the most powerful component of the mediumship side. So I bring you through those tools and then get you the mediumship side, and then the ending is more about blending it all together and keeping your internal chaos under control through that.
Oh no, the synergy and the beauty of this genius of this book is just so, I love the simplicity, because it was almost like a part of my higher self agreed that you were going to write this. It was almost like I could see pieces of myself working through you to write this book.
And that's the whole point. My goal is to put as many intuitive souls into this world, because we are carrying the light for the world. And the young souls that are coming in, the crystalline children, which, you know, there's a lot of controversy on them being spoiled, and they're this or that, and they're not listening, they're obstinate. Well, guess what? They're smarter than us, and they already know the world's fake. So they are the ones where, you know, we can take a step back because they already got it under control. We're just watching it play out. But I wrote this book so we can understand that as we move into this new world order that we're entering into within the next 12 to 14 months.
So what is your biggest, sorry, go ahead. Honey.
Is it true that...
Can we hear the message from Brian before we forget?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask this one thing.
Okay, sorry.
When we're channeling spirits, and I know who my spirit guides are, I really do. And I never question that they're not who they say they are. Sometimes, though, I'll get something coming in and I'm trying to use that intuition, but if I have to think about it too much, and that's answering my own question, isn't it? There might not be a good source for me.
Well, there's a rule that I developed years ago that's in the book called Motherella's 3 to 5 second rule. In 3 to 5 second, it's straight source. It's higher self and source. Anything past 5 seconds, you've already expanded out. And that's the way the mind operates. So if you really want to harness it, You stick with a 3 to 5 second rule, and that's, I mean, Teresa, you've seen me, you've seen me speed read.
Yes, and I don't know how you do it
because it's 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. I don't even play. Just ask me the question. I just keep going in that 3 seconds. I don't ever leave it. And that's a skill set. That's something that just needs to be developed. So, you know, my average is about, I can read 50 people. I can read one question from 50 people in about 20 minutes.
And you're spot on.
And I just go.
She's spot on, you guys.
I try.
Does this process work for people without purity, without purification of the mind, body, spirit?
You don't have to feel or be purified, if you will, to develop your gifts. You know why? You know why? Think about how many people that do drugs end up connecting and don't realize it. Do you think they're pure?
Well, I mean, there's a question on whether it's a real connection or whether it's like a psychedelic experience, right? I mean,
true.
There's a difference between a mystical experience in psychedelics and a true divine connection.
That's true. But
experiencing both, you can differentiate.
That's very true. But we also, as in the human world, have created this narrative that anyone who has these, what I call bipolar hallucinations, these dual energies and they're hearing voices and all these things are looked at as mental illness.
Yes.
That is not always true.
No, I thought that maybe schizophrenic people were shamans and they were misdiagnosed.
Yeah.
That's what I've been questioning because I've been studying shamanism.
Yeah.
Right?
So that would be a good research thing to see with, some of those people. That would be a powerful book to put out.
I have so many research
I think
ideas.
it's true, and that's accurate.
I think it's accurate too. And I have a big question for you. So someone who is just starting to become aware and realize that they're different, something's going on. What is like a good tip for people to start?
So I always say you have to start with a thought and a feeling. That's the easiest way. So many people want to dive into these seeing and the audible and the tangibility of it. You will just keep getting frustrated because if ego creeps in, you're not doing it. That's why we see so much non-authentic people out there trying to do this work. You have to start with thought and feeling. You have to learn how to harness your internal GPS. That is the best number one way.
Yeah.
Yes, discernment.
Discernment is everything.
Then working through connecting with your Akashic records and healing those soul contracts and trauma. I write the soul contract out for you right in the book because people want to go right into their intuition. Well, how are you harnessing or working through or helping yourself if you can't even recognize where half of your trauma and crap is coming from? I mean, come on, we all have trauma. I don't believe in this. Well, I have no trauma. I've never had anything negative. Yeah, bullshit.
I don't believe that crap either.
Bullshit.
I think that's a bullshit. Yeah, that's a bullshit.
We all have some sort of a trauma. We all have we've incarnated with something in order to get to the light.
And that's
how we become healers.
Purpose.
So for anyone wanting to start, I'd say one of two things. Go into a thought and a feeling of your connection, of trusting your gut, testing your gut, feeling your gut out, stop questioning it. Then learn to work with your ego versus trust. Then go in and just dive in, look in that mirror, and start talking to yourself about your trauma. Just look in the mirror. I'm constantly talking to myself, yelling at myself. Why'd you do this? You look like this. Blah, blah, blah. And it's not judgmental. It is, you need to heal this. You need to get rid of this crap. I have no problem talking. I have no problem looking at myself.
Awareness. Just awareness. That's it.
Or mirrored self.
Stand in front of that mirror with your soul stripped bare.
Yeah. Strip me. That's why I do it in the mirror naked.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, because when you got clothes, this is a cloak.
It's true. This will help lead into Brenda and Brian. And that is that when my mom first passed away, I mean, she was there. She was talking to me.
Beautiful.
My relationship with my dad was just not on this. So he never tried contacting me until recently. And I didn't know what it was. And Lori helped me work through that.
Beautiful.
So there's times when something's trying to connect with you, but you're either turned off to it, or you feel the prickly, but you just have this feeling that you're closing off. Is that healthy, or is that considered being too closed, or is that going to block you from moving forward? I mean,
it's never going to so much block you as much as it's going to dissipate the connection. So I don't, people say, well, I'm blocked. Is it really a block, or is it just you stay in ego in 3D? Like, is it really a block? It's really hard to, unless you're hijacking yourself, I don't know if you really can block your gifts. I mean, spirit's in control. We're not. So if you're meant to awaken in ascension,
so if they're like, wake up, you better listen.
We're like, wake up.
Okay.
Now, can you lessen it? Can you dissipate it? Can you ignore it? Yeah. But can you truly block your talent and gifts? No, you can suppress it and shut it down, but we don't have the capability to hijack, ourselves.
Yep.
So, I think
sometimes I'm just like, stop. I don't leave me alone.
Yeah. I think it starts with unlearning the indoctrination. And if you can unlearn the mythical belief system that's been imprinted in your ego, which is your subconscious mind, you're on your way. You are really on your way. And if that's easier for people, then start there. For me, I've always taught it thought feeling, because once you get that thought feeling, you get that vibration, you never want to get out of it. It's so powerful and so amazing that people go, I felt something. Oh my God, I felt love. And then they cry, and then I felt joy. We're so used to not feeling. Half of us are on autopilot and Groundhog Day.
Zombies.
So I'm always we have to get you back to emotional intelligence. We have to. You have to be in sync with yourself.
Yes.
So Brenda, sister, you're on mute, but you might want. Have you yet started having those feelings where you're being spoken to or contacted in any way? Have you reached it yet?
I think I'm blocking it. I really do. And I don't want to, because I want to talk to him. I want to feel him.
It's not
Motherella, this is perfect for I can see you squirming in your chair. Let's bring it.
I love, because Brian's been wanting to talk. All right. So, okay. So here's the thing. And I talk really fast, so I will apologize if I have to interrupt you. In my world, Spirit has the floor. This is not your reading, and this is not my work. This is Spirit's job. I am just the vessel. So when they talk, again, if you've watched me live, they are in control. So I give you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And they're very direct with me, and they talk to me like they're sitting here. So I want to already let you know, because once I start, if you say something, I may interrupt you if I'm hearing there, because you're Charlie Brown to me on this side. Okay. So the first thing I got from Brian was there is a, what did I write here? There's a reducing of a burden that he wants to get across. There was some sort of a burden that he was having while he was here in this physical world. And that burden is coming from a misunderstanding that any human can really understand. This is his own soul path, his own connection. It has to do with his soul contract, not what anyone else wanted for him. Okay, so there's an incarnation burden there. He has a lot of regret, because there's a lot that he wanted to say to you towards the end, but couldn't. And I feel this for the number 12. So I don't know if that's 12 days, 12 weeks, if it has to do with the month of December, but there's a lot of misconnection, misconnect, a disconnect, a miscommunication in that number 12, which we'll get to in a minute. And he wants to leave knowing that he did truly go at this world with an authenticity. He wanted to bring authentic light to the world, but he was misunderstood and misrepresented many, many times. But he didn't care. He was bringing it anyway. And now he's left and passed the torch. However, that torch is meant to be passed and left. However, he's incarnating to someone in the family who is having a child, and it will be a boy. And it's going to be a couple years down the road, but whether it's a niece or a nephew or a cousin or a long distance, There is an incarnation coming. He is not done doing his work. He also talks about 3 days before his death, and he says that there's a major, major sign that he got and miscommunicated to himself in order to, I'm sorry, he didn't miscommunicate it to himself. He got the information and didn't communicate it appropriately with himself to you or anyone around because he didn't know how to express the information. But I almost feel like he already had a knowledge and a knowing that this ending of the life was coming. And I feel very peaceful with it. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but he's so calm. He is literally talking almost like in a cloak, like as if he's a sorcerer up there in an ascended mastery position, except he's not ready to become an ascended master, which is why the incarnation process is coming. So part of the guidance that you're getting from him is really, really strong between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m. And you are missing it because you are in your deepest state of REM sleep. So I will tell you after today that 12 a.m. to 3 a.m., unfortunately, will not keep you sleeping much longer because now I've connected it. So you will be waking up, and I get the number 33 specifically. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I do get 3-digit codes from the Afterlife. Whoever read my book, it's in there. So he has given me a 3-digit code. So let me explain really quick. Do we have time if I do this for her? Okay. So there is a 3-digit code that he gave me with the 313. Okay, so we already talked about the 33 on the clock, but there's a 313 there. So Brenda, you have to help me through this because I do this live in my shows and I do it live on when I'm, people with my audience, but it is also in my book and it's very hard for people to understand. But since I've been a kid, Spirit in the Afterlife has given me these 3 numbers. I never knew what it was until about 5 years ago. And those 3 numbers, I swear to God, match the death person's date of birth, their death day, and the person I'm talking to's birthday, all in the combination of 3. That will be your personal digit for the rest of your time here on Earth to connect with Brian. So I'm going to do the numbers with you right now, 313, and we'll walk through it together. So with the 313 present, what is Brian's birth month only, please? Nothing else.
May 5.
5. And so what is the birth day?
23.
23. So 2 and 3 is a 5. 5 and 5 is a 10. Zeros drop off. So there's the 1 in the 313. What is Brian's death month?
July.
7. And the day, please.
The 3rd.
There's the 3. Okay. Now, if I add that up, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, there's another 10, zeros drop off. So we still have the 3, 1. It's very present there. We've got a combination of his birthday and death day. What is your birth month?
Mine. My birth month, 9.
Okay, 9. And what is the day of birth?
29th.
29. So 9 and 2 is an 11, and 1 and 1 is a 2. So that does not add up to me with the 313. So here's what I'm going to tell you. If you add up 313, it equals a 7, which is his death month, which is July. So what I would like to know is there has to be a connection with you somewhere. So when I'm looking at the numbers playing out, if I look at the 929, is there an anniversary date of some sort between you and your son that's special? Because I can guarantee you it will be in the 313. Does 33 stand out? 13, 31?
I'm sorry. I can't think of anything.
That's okay. You don't have to do it right now because I guarantee you either way, the 313 adds up to the death day and the birthday and your 3-digit code. So after tonight, you will see 133, 313, 331 all over the place. That you don't worry about triplet numbers because this is much more accurate. Anytime you're connecting with Brian, you will see this on license plates, receipts, clocks, everywhere starting tonight. and I know because I get tons of testimonials yelling at me, holy crap, you turn these numbers on. I can't get rid of them. They're all over the place. I'm picking up on the clock. This is the things I get. He also wants to tell you about the name. Who's Tim? He says, tell her Tim. And when she hears the name Tim, she knows I spoke directly to her tonight. So either one of two things, you either know a Tim or you're going to meet a Tim in the next 24 to 48 hours. So that's okay. You don't have to know.
I'm sorry, I'm drawing blanks. This is just emotional for me. I'm so sorry.
No,
Yes,
it's okay,
honey,
Brenda. It's
we
okay.
know. We're
It's
totally
okay.
supportive of you.
Mhm.
And this will unfold in your life naturally in divine timing always.
And the last thing he says is, please release the guilt. You've done more than enough.
Yes.
And I don't need any sort of, I don't know what this means. He says, I don't really need any sort of altar in my remembrance.
Yeah.
Well, you know his mama's going to do that, but
I know, but Mom.
But he's just giving you that loving, kind of validation.
I know.
And he says something about the water glass falling over. So did you drop the glass or the water? Something about the water glass.
Probably. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm sorry. Michelle.
Okay. And the last part of the sign he's giving me is, I don't know what this is either. He's showing me a rooster.
Well, we did want to get some chickens.
Oh, then maybe that's what it is, because it looks like a freaking rooster.
House. Yeah.
So he's holding it like a farm. Yeah. He's showing me like a chicken or a rooster. Yeah. It looks like a rooster because I see a little of the orange red. Wait, are roosters orange? Yeah. No?
They have red.
Orange red? Yeah. Yeah.
You got orange feathers.
Okay.
But the very beginning, it was so spot on, and then, of course I'm drawing blanks at the end of it. But
you won't tomorrow. You'll be fine.
You're right. I won't. But yeah, it was spot on.
Good.
Perfect.
Good. And then do I have one more message from him, or are we out of time?
Nope.
No,
Go right ahead.
Okay.
Right
I need to know from you what happened. He said 12 hours before you knew. 12 hours before his death, you knew.
Well, I did. I knew.
Okay.
I kept telling him where he was he was sick, and I've been trying to get him to go to the emergency room, and he wouldn't go.
Okay.
So yeah, that was it.
Okay. So he says 12 hours before you knew. But again, he was very done with his contract. And so
but I kept trying to call him, and of course Trina knew this too because she had to. And I had tried to call him all day, and I knew something was wrong. I had told my husband.
He said, not to make you, I know this isn't a laughing matter. He said he hit the FU button.
That sounds like Brian.
Yep. He kept hitting.
I wanted, Brenda, I just wanted to share with you that the evening that he ascended and left, I did a video about my experience with John Lennon's song Imagine, how I went into the astral and I saw everything was just giant. John's piano was giant. He was giant. The orchestra was giant. And they sang that song on a multi-dimensional level that I've never heard it on the earth before. And that was the night he passed. Very special song.
Yeah, we had talked about that song, Brian and I.
Imagine. Just play Imagine.
Hey, your other son, Brian, he's in there saying, I love you, Mom.
Aw, that's sweet.
Hey, Brenda.
I have this song echoing. I laugh when I hear this because I don't know why Spirit loves this song so much. I get it in multiple readings. Yeah. He's singing that song. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see sun in my way. He is coming to bring you that song in the next 2 days.
Okay.
I love that song. I love cleaning with that song. It's like, ooh,
yeah, right? Right? I don't even know the words. I just say, I am bright, 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 sunshine.
Yeah, you can see him singing that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and who was Sharon? I forgot. I wrote that a few minutes ago. Who was Sharon?
It could be some of his friends, but I don't know.
Sharon, another validation name.
Sharon. Yeah, I
Mhm.
don't
He had so many friends.
Listen, go back to his high school yearbook, see if he's wearing the number 33 on a jersey.
Yeah.
And
Or
see
13,
if one of his
or
friends is
11.
him. One of his
Well,
friends is
if
him.
you search Teresa, you're gonna find the number somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
No,
True.
but the
Would
thing
that been
is that he
Selena
could have
instead of
been a
Joanne?
33 football player. He could have been a 33 soccer player, and it just hasn't hit her yet.
Well,
All
he
I'm
lived
trying
in
to tell
Walmart.
her, all I'm
He
trying
lived
to
in
tell her
Walmart.
is that she's not deliberately blocking anything.
No.
Michelle.
No. What I
Okay.
wanted to tell Brenda, with my experiences with death and the owl transformation, I wanted to let you know that when you're ready to receive information, it will come to you.
Yeah.
So don't worry if you feel like you're blocked or you're not ready
Yeah.
or whatever. Stop thinking about it, you know, like stop trying and just let whatever's ready to come to you when you're ready in its own time. Which I think that you already do. And so that was what I wanted to let you know.
Well, it's probably my grief. I'm trying.
Yes.
I'm doing better. I really am.
Yeah.
And, I have my days, but other than that, I do fine because see, he was my only child.
Yes,
He was
honey.
my best friend.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
he was our best
Yes.
friend too, and he still is our
Yeah.
best
Mhm.
friend, and he's still
Yeah.
your best friend. You've got someone cheering you on the other side. There is nothing that can be set for you
Yeah.
that could be against you. You are a conqueror. You're more than a conqueror. You are set above all your obstacles. You are winning. You won. You've ran your race. You've done all those things, and now you just have this big, huge spiritual team supporting you on the way. And yes, he's not here with us right now. And oh my gosh, my heart just rips thinking of your pain. I do. My hands are shaking.
I know.
And we are all just right here with you.
One of the things that might help you with grief, I wrote my third book, my second book about grief. I wrote it, it's called Hurt to Healing, a journal to the afterlife. One of the things that I found through all the years of experience with working with grieving families is that once you embrace his spirit and honor it within, not on a tangible level, not on the outside world, not with pictures, not with candles, not with going to the gravesite, whatever that may be, if you can retract that energy back from the outside and pull it back into within the inside, that sense of hugging and loving and that deeper connection that you feel you're blocking will automatically play out throughout your body. And that's where the grief gets complicated. And like I said, I work with a lot of families. I've just worked on 3 investigation cases for a detective, and all 3, 2 of them were children who were killed. And I'm working with these families that never get to see. What if they don't find the body?
Yeah.
So one of the things that I communicate is that no matter how the investigation work plays out, as long as we're embracing that spirit of the memory, right? When you retract back and you take the outside of wanting to hug them again, wanting to kiss them again, wanting to smell them again, looking at pictures and putting us back into that down the memory lane of sadness, take that sadness, turn it around and pull that sadness back in and let it shine the light through so you can feel Brian from the inside. And
I just said, meet me in the heart, Mom. Meet me inside your
it's just
heart.
such a different level of connection and a vibration. Whether you're ready or not, you'll feel it. And so then you'll just go into this space of healing without you even trying. You won't even have to do anything. You won't have to think about it. You won't have to overthink it to say, am I blocking, am I not blocking? Because you're going into the feeling of it. And once you remain in that feeling, you never want to leave it.
Can I give you another explanation when you're done, Brenda? Go ahead.
When Brian was cremated and I had his ashes in here on top of the dresser, When I feel like I miss him or something, I'll go in and I'll hold on to the box for his ashes.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Awesome.
And
Yes.
I get this strong
There you
electric feeling.
There
And
you
I feel
go.
like it's him. I feel like it's him. So I am getting
There
it.
you go.
There. Done.
So is that
The
it?
energy.
There.
That's it.
And don't let anyone else tell you how to fucking do it.
Yeah,
Perfect.
don't let anyone tell you how to do this.
Nope.
Nobody can. This is yours and
Nope.
Brian's alone.
Okay.
So, you guys, my first podcast episode ever was an interview of a friend who lost a child. Their child was a teenager. And so it was a suicide prevention and awareness. The child committed suicide. I talked to his father. I'm friends with him. He has a way of explaining grief in a way that really made sense to me. He says that after this happened, he'll never be the same person again because that's part of him. His child is not on this physical earth anymore. Experiencing the loss of a child is, a brutal experience, and he'll never be the same. So rather than trying to go back to any way you used to know yourself or life, accept who you are now with this new wave of experience in your brain and with everything in your being. This is like a new chapter. And so that was something that really made sense because it's always going to be there. Even after experiencing grief, it's still there, right? Years later, he still feels the pain about his son's the loss of his son. So it's more about, for him, he says, learning how to live with this new sense of reality, with this new experience, this new pattern throughout himself. Basically getting to know who he is again after losing a child, because he's not the same person he was. It's a transformation in itself when someone loses someone super significant in their life. So I'm not sure if you've ever heard anyone explain it that way. He's really good at explaining it, much better than I, but that is the best I can do, reiterating how he explains things.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. And Motherella, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Brian,
those
Brian.
names will come to me. They will.
Oh, yeah.
Brian.
Guys, I just wanted to report right now that my studio that I'm in right now is vibrating like a gong, and the floor is rattling, and it's coming up my chair, and it's making my hands shake. Not even joking right now.
I
wish
totally
I was
believe it.
The energy's off the hook. And it's just off the hook. It's this is
Mine's all in my spine.
It's going all the way up. Yeah. I'm like, what is going on here? Woo!
Yeah.
This is powerful stuff. Powerful stuff.
That's me. I've got chills.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Those are the
We have a lot to think about. Yeah.
There's two things you said about feeling, so you're already connecting, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
There is no block.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're all
Thank
here
you
for
so
you.
much. Thank you to everyone. I appreciate you all.
And we love you, Brenda.
So Michelle, tell us how do folks get to you have so many different, you have a Facebook page, you have Twitter, you're on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh,
Michelle,
I'm off
Dr.
Devil's
Motherella.
No, I'm off Devil's Playground. I got kicked off and banned. I was a bad girl. I was a bad girl. So I got kicked off Devil's Playground after I went. I have a huge following on TikTok.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I posted. All I did was post, "Where's Hillary?" And all of a sudden, censored, banned. 14. I have 14,000 followers. I got 14 views. I got this like community guidelines. I'm like, like all I said was, "Where's Hillary?" It could have been anybody.
Right. You look so familiar, right? You look so familiar, and that must be where I've seen you on TikTok. I must have seen one of your TikToks before.
Probably.
Very awesome. Yeah. Thank you for making. Thank you for doing TikTok. I love TikTok.
I'm on there all the time. I'm all the time. So if you need me, I'm at the circle at Dr. Motherella on all my social media, but I am not, I repeat, on the Devil's Playground of Twitter anymore. banned for life, off,
Good.
never going back.
Good.
But Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I have my show, The Motherella Show.
Yes.
I was picked up by Streaming Talk Radio, Rocky Stucci Media.
Yes.
So the show's on there, and I do stream live. My website is motherella.com.
Oh,
Yes.
look at that comment. That comment right there.
Mhm.
Motherella, you finished the entire talk with Brenda at 3:13 a.m. his time.
It's already started.
Niall, thank
See?
you. After 2 or 3 hours, I finally got something great out of you. Yes. Thank you, Niall. I know you're an avid fan of the show, and I love you. I love how we banter, and I'm so grateful you validated something tonight. Thank you, Niall. Yeah, him and I have been going back and forth since 7. So this is great. Thank you, Niall. We love you.
How do folks book an appointment with you when they want to set up a counseling session?
Yes.
Or there's various things you do to work with people. You don't just do readings.
Yeah.
Well, I do readings one-on-one, phone only. I do book out 3 to 4 weeks in advance, so I have very limited availability. I tell you ahead of time, but I do have show tickets. Because of COVID, I'm going straight virtual. I'm done with it.
I've seen them. Yeah.
Good.
So I'm
Good
doing a
for
lot of
you.
online group events. I will tell you they sell out very quickly within a short period of time. So if you want to do any of the online events, please make sure when you see the email and stuff, because I get a lot of emails like, can I get in? Can I get in? No. Once
How
I'm
do they
sold out,
get onto your email list? I'm on there, so I get them all.
on the motherellas.com, there's a little pop-up and it'll say, please subscribe. But I will tell you, I'm a little privy to, I'm a little biased with social media. I post my stuff on social media much faster than my email system because emails can be annoying.
Yeah.
So I go to the social. So if you're on my social media and you follow me, you will be privy to all firsthand information. I do have courses and classes still available at motherella.teachable.com, but you can get those right off my website. And Unlock Your Soul is your spirit guide course. And then obviously my book, Unveil Your Intuition. There you go. And I have a lot of big news coming up in the month of a lot of
hardly wait.
I know I'm
hardly
smiling.
wait.
March and April, I have some big things.
Oh yes, and I know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm in tune with that one, girlfriend.
You've made a number of predictions that have really hit like high % success rates, and you've got a bunch coming up too.
There's a lot of big stuff coming up. So Tuesday or Wednesday night show is when I gave the next set of timelines for the next 3 months.
Okay.
I just wanted to say something.
Wow.
I thought about this before I came on. I literally just went from painting a house to sitting right here. And in that time frame, I thought about the journey that I've been on in the past 2 years. I have gone from vicious, endless, going in circle cycles of swimming in a toxic pool of abuse from just work environment and my living environment with landlords and roommates and all this stuff. I went through pure hell living where I was living before. It was in a freaking sand trap of Florida. It was a cursed sand trap for me. And now a year later, I'm actually eons and eons away from where I used to be. And if it wasn't for the love and support of the good people in this tribe that genuinely supported and, without, expecting anything back from me other than just to live a better life with pure honesty and pure intentions, I would not be sitting here right now doing this. I would still be going through the vicious cycles for some reason, just couldn't break free. But all of a sudden there was just this 2020 just brought something, hit the button, and the universe just said, oh, you want to hear a song? I got a song for you. Boom. And it was just this perfect orchestra of just beauty and bliss and power and transformation. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of that and a part of this movie, whatever it is, because it's just been so profound. The words are falling out of my face just so pale compared to how I feel in my heart.
Well, it sounds like you found self-love. So the minute you find self-love, you've entered and played the quantum field. I'm the queen of quantum. I play that quantum field like a fucking fiddle. That's why I have everything I want.
Been so big and so profound. So many things have happened to get to this, and Brian has been a part of that process. And
oh,
that
that's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's
it's almost like him kind of going, just wait. You know, it's like, brother, I love him. I love him.
Your partner, one of your
he lives in Tennessee.
One of your co-hosts, Luke from Quantum Nova.
Yes.
He's all about the holistic healing, and he has some programs to help folks with, because I thought about having him on to talk about
it'd be
some
great.
of these programs for, he's got some fantastic workout sessions and oh my gosh, he's incredible. So
yes, because he does a lot of quantum. So his form of exercise is all the metaphysical blueprint.
Yes.
And so I dropped all this, and you saw, I'm sure those who follow me saw the last, I mean, for me to post a picture like that of myself in my underwear and bra, I mean, come on my social media. But I was showing people how when you work with quantum energy, that is without dieting, without working out. That is pure healing, self-healing, inner work, working with my blueprint, getting rid of the build of Michelle, stepping into the role of Motherella, getting into my sorceress power, and just really cutting ties with anything that was 3D, including my marriage, and stepping into like the highest form of self-love. I've always loved myself. I'm always secure with myself, but that doesn't mean that we live in a vibration of ourself.
Right. Yeah.
So, so that picture is
I
a
could
reflection. So that reflection is a picture of what I've transformed with from, that was first picture on the left was from November. And that second picture was the last week of January. 30 pounds gone.
Oh my gosh, I lost 28 pounds when I moved from Florida to Tennessee. In 3 months, I lost 28 pounds. It just fell off. And I'm not even, it's really just literally working with my mirror work every day through his work. So I've done the spectra healing, the supernova. My son's done it 4 times. My son, he's operating high. My daughter, my cousins, my family, and hundreds and hundreds of clients have already worked with him and are like massively transforming. I've never seen someone do quantum energy like that. And I've studied it for many, many years. I've never seen somebody heal like that. Oh my gosh, I don't know. It's getting better and better.
I barely exercise and I don't diet at all.
Yeah.
That's why you look beautiful. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Put in a good word for us with Luke, will you? Put in a good word for us, and I'll be in touch with him.
I will. So I will put, so Teresa, what I'll do is, because I have your contact info from Michelle, I will put your info with him, and so you want him on the show, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I will connect you right away.
Really appreciate that. Appreciate it.
Thank you so
Just
much.
so you know, we've built you in already with your profile into the Crystal Network for Andromeda 7 and Crystal's Worldwide Network.
Yep.
So we've already plugged you in there with a button that takes you straight to your appointments to schedule appointments.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
So I sent the link to Michelle Lee. And
perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
So then we'll have to be able to do that on my back end. I start working with sexual alchemy with the spirits. No, I'm just kidding. On my end, not my back end. So when the website is done being revamped, I just literally changed it in the last 24 to 48 hours. There's going to be a section of references. The busier I'm getting, the more networking I'm doing. So we will do cross-linking.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I'll get with Michelle on that. Absolutely. There's another Michelle. We tried to have her on her dog. Her poor dog is.
I know. So what I was going to say was I gave her the month off.
Yeah.
So just go through that team, because I'm monitoring the emails right now while she's on break, and I have somebody else who helps me as part of my team, but she's going to spring break. She's in college, so she's doing. And my daughter's busy, so like we'll just send it, and I'll hook it up.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you.
So, thank you
my gosh.
all.
This
Did I
has just
answer all
been-
the questions? Did you have anything else? I feel like I.
Oh, we picked your
no.
brain thoroughly.
You sure?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. So before we go, guys,
It was
there's a couple
wonderful
more
meeting
things.
you.
Oh,
You
it's
too.
just been fun.
Yes.
All right.
much
So we
love.
have an oracle message from Miss
Motherella-tastic.
Jewel,
Miss
our
Jewel.
alchemist. So before we go, I would like to take it over, Miss Jules, the alchemist. Boom.
Ooh,
Thank you.
alchemist. Ooh, everybody go with succubus and incubus. No, I'm just kidding. No, don't.
I'm actually in my knowing, because many years ago I had my gallbladder out, I'm actually growing it back. I got that message this morning.
Good for you. I
Wow.
grew my thyroid back after I went through the cancer, so I totally can relate to that. I'm proud of you. That's good.
Absolutely.
That is good to hear.
Yep.
Talk yourself back into health.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yeah, anyway. So here's the poem. I wrote one yesterday that I was going to read, but I got this one this morning. So here we go. Pagan New Year, let's celebrate. Country folk, elevate. In the garden, abound, dance and sing. Spring from the garden, everything. Trees and roots, woe man. Fertility, tribes and clan. Sea sun, ice melt. Sea sun, mother felt. Upside down, sea sun here. Autumn Oz, is that clear? Intersecting arcs. The Feast of Fools. The 1st of April. A jester, a jewel. I was in the garden, prepping the soil. This download secreted oil.
Oh, I know about that oil stuff, man. I've been really learning about that good old oil stuff.
Yeah,
we're talking about oils. Oh gosh, this is really getting. I
got
don't know
into
what's
the
going on here.
Kundalini. Oh, my Kundalini.
Oh, Kundalini. Now we're talking about tantra. Oh, geez.
Oh, let's just. Okay.
I get my fan.
Yeah, it gets.
It's getting a little hot in here, right?
Yeah, Kundalini.
I've been
That was
sweating the whole show because remember the temperature here is very hot.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Summer in
And
Australia.
you're smoldering
Yeah.
hot, so you've got to be melting down over there.
Yeah.
We have another Australian friend who was going to be on here tonight. She's very much a intuitive empath and a reader. She reads people too.
Oh, yeah.
Her computer broke down on her before tonight's show, so she was trying to get in, but she's been in the chat room, Mandy Moo. But
Hi,
she
Mandy
was so she was so looking forward to
Mandy.
meeting you.
Hi,
You know.
Hi, Mandy Moo.
Aww.
So
Yeah.
She's awesome.
She
Yeah.
wanted to.
Do you
Yeah.
want to
Mandy
hear
Moo's
the?
incredible.
You got another one,
Do you want to
Jules?
hear? Do you want to hear the other one I did write that was going to be for the show until I
Sure.
wrote the next one?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Righto. Once upon a time, there was a storyteller. She lived in the land of the gentle black fella. The stories came from ground, from trees and flowers bloom. The words came to her in a resonant tune. The sweet scent of jasmine, gardenia and rose, sweet pea and honeysuckle, the vibes went up her nose. A tissue for your issue. Well, that's a funny rhyme. It just came to her as she wrote this at this time. Who knows what will come next as she would type. The letters appeared. The rhyme was right. A little bit of lightness in the day's musings. No funny words from Jules in this confusings. Jester in her game, in the lines she wrote. Jester continuing in this as she spoke. Getting to the end now, she is going for a walk. The rhyme will stop. She'll stop the talk. No. She's back from a walk. Something more to say. Oh, come on, people. Have a bloody good day. The blackfella country no one owned the land. Just Mother Nature and the moving crystal quartz sand.
Ooh.
That's great.
That's
was
awesome.
Beautiful.
Very
good.
good.
Julianne, you're the best.
Yeah.
So
We're
is
all
everybody. Thank you.
We're all going to come to Australia and crash your place with tens. Okay.
Thank you.
You're all welcome because you will
Yeah.
feel the energy of the Aboriginals because of the
Oh,
jasper that is at my place and the birthing pools that are at the end of the road. You'll
I'm
actually,
ready.
because Mandy, she's going to go there when she's got time, and I'm going to go through that tapping in and branching out with her up at the actual birthing pools. So it's a very moving place. Anyway, that's where I get my information, is uploading insights, whatever, is from the elders and Mother Nature. As you know, I talk about the trees all the time because trees you are, that's where the reptilian comes from, because Mother Nature created us out of everything.
How about that? How about that?
You don't say.
Yes.
We've got a bird brain and we've got whatever else. There's everything inside of us.
I'm a werewolf, unicorn, mermaid, owl. I'm
all of it.
Eagle.
Somebody was asking earlier in the chat if we could have more than one spirit guide, animal guide, and I'm like, yes, there's a totem. There's a totem where you can have up to, there's at least
my animal
9.
guide, all of them.
Yes. Yeah.
The white wolf.
Yeah. They come
the
to
one
your
that
dreams.
shows up when I need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we do have some announcements coming up, Crystal.
Yes.
Because it's 10:47 already, and
I know.
we've just been having such a great time. And
It was fun. Thank you.
Yes.
Well, Al's signal dropped him, so he's in the chat, and I promised him if his signal dropped, we would try to get this information up here for him. The tribute card decks, the playing card decks that Al custom designed for Brian Barnett with all of our faces on them, those custom card decks are available now for purchase. And they're on the Crystal Network, Andromeda 7 and Crystal Network. And you can go over there and place an order for them. You could do PayPal to order those card decks. The sooner you get those card decks pre-ordered, the faster we can get them to the money to the printer to print them. So that's our challenge right now. Is because we have to have enough money in the account to pay for the printers to do the printing. So please go over there, place your orders, and we'll get them out to you as soon as we can. Also, Al is, and there's a video. If you haven't seen David Barry's video on the card decks, go to David Barry 75's channel. And
Who's at the end? Who's at the end? Oh, the fool.
It wouldn't be you, would it? Are you one of the? Yeah. She's one of the jokers, though. Right?
I go Justin.
The joker,
Justin.
But there's
Justin.
Al does beautiful custom work, and so that brings me to the next thing here. Al is getting ready to go into a side business for himself. So that's what Lori was trying to bring his slide up. Big Al's Creations for You, custom graphic artwork. He's giving his phone number there and his email account. We have plugged this into the website, the Crystal Network, and Andromeda 7 Network. He has a PayPal account. So if you want to order business cards, mugs, T-shirts, book covers, illustrations, posters, you work that out with Al, send him an email, and he'll talk to you about what can and can't be done. And he does beautiful work. And this is a great opportunity for the brother because he's actually being smart. He's actually getting prepared because there's so much going down right now. And there's so many people, there's plants closing. He sees it all over the country. So he's being smart. He's got a backup plan to keep that, revenue coming in case anything happens, on his route. The other thing is, let's see. Hang on a second. So that's all on the network. Also, we got the Lori. Lori's been handling the distribution of the prizes from last week's contest, and she got the. What did you do, Lori? You shipped out the books and
all the. Let me grab. Sorry, guys. This is Julianne's book,
It's really cute. I just started reading it. It's excellent. And I like how she gives you the extra pages to make notes. But these books were sent out to the folks that won the prizes as well. Those, most of them went out last week. They should happen by Monday. I sent one last one out. You're welcome. I sent one last one out today. That'll be there Thursday. And our first prize, grand prize winner was Delaney Pearl Jones. And I went ahead and sent some extra stuff from Marsha. I had some extra little trinkets that I threw in for her, but she's getting this. She's got the $50 gift card, and Doug Stack won second place. So you guys be expecting this book to come. I love the back.
This is not the front see over.
Oh, and
this is not the front see over. And then flip it and Rose to take you. That's what's happening.
Yeah, and feel free to go to Pure Love's PayPal account and donate to help her with the shipping costs with all of this, because the post office has gone bonkers here lately in this country. I don't know what it is, but the cost of shipping the book alone outweighs the cost of the book sometimes.
Yeah. So. He asked me if I wanted to insure it, and I laughed.
Well, it's 60 books. There was 60 books I donated, so there you go, guys. You know, you can all email, and if you give her a donation for the postage, it was a lot cheaper to send 60 books than just a couple from Australia, and it still was costly.
Absolutely.
So whatever.
Julianne, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you so much.
Also, Big Al went ahead and made out he went ahead and put the money into Cajun Queens for the grand prize winner matchup of $50. Went to the food pantry for Cajun Queens food pantry. Yep. So that's been donated.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Now the only one that we haven't taken care of yet is the meatball. The $5 per ball meatball.
I just talked to him a couple hours ago.
Did you?
Oh, awesome.
He hasn't moved into his new place yet, so we have to wait until we have
we gotta wait.
address. Yeah.
He's still in the hotel?
He's still in the hotel. And
oh my gosh.
Two times we were supposed to record everything crashed. So we have to record the show on Sunday. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah, I've been waiting for you all to do something. I'm like, I know he's in the process of this move, and I think
it's crazy.
His family's been packed. The company's packing up his family, but so we're holding on to his gift. He won a $15 gift card, and we said it was going to be $5 a meatball.
Nice. That's so nice.
$5 a meatball.
So I have a quick question. So why don't one of you pick in your chat room? I'll give away my book for free and do a random draw for somebody in your chat room as a token of my appreciation for them to actually listening to my nonsense. My wonderful swearing. So
we'll do a raffle.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do that.
Raffle
That's awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, just tell me who it is. Yeah, or you could do it tonight, whatever, and just let me know, and then we'll send it.
Okay. Well, I'll take everybody that was in the chat room and put their names in a basket, and we'll draw a number on the next. I think Wednesday we're doing Egypt. We're doing Esoteric Egypt on Wednesday.
Yeah.
The Australian connection.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully Mandy Moo will be on there. If not, I'll help her with it. And we hopefully can get, if Jules is around, maybe she can jump in and help out too if I say something stupid. Because I'm an Aussie.
Teresa, I love your Egyptian episodes.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I'm a fan.
A lot of people do. Yeah, me too.
When you see what's coming up, it's going to get kicked butt because it's all this information about Australia connection.
I was in the stress shop yesterday, and this woman's wanting to actually rent the church, one of the churches that's got all those stones at the front of it. And she goes, and there's artifacts under the building, Julianne. So I'm waiting for her to rent it, and then I'm going to be going up there because she took my card, and I was in there supplying all my little trinkets things into the shop, and she just happened to be there, and so I might get to be at the ground level of looking under this church building.
That's
exciting.
So you guys, Delaney Jones, the kindness of her heart, donated her session with Michelle Marie at the Body Owl to Doug Stack, our second place winner.
I'm going to be doing that.
Thank you.
He's gonna get his energy work done tomorrow, I believe.
Yes, he is.
awesome.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
That is
Yeah,
incredible.
I look forward to it.
This
Oh,
is the
good.
soul tribe spirit here. You know,
Mhm.
we got each other's back, and Delaney and Delaney was just like, you know, I don't need the energy, but he really wanted it that night. So Delaney's like,
That is so sweet.
That's so cool.
yeah. So
Good.
I love you
Awesome.
guys. You guys are fantastic. And then next Friday night is a surprise. I can't tell you who it is.
Oh, are we on?
It is a surprise, and she
Surprise
comes
guest
from another part of the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just know that she comes from another part of the world.
Oh, what, beyond the ice wall?
I'm not saying. I'm not saying it's going to be interesting. It's going to be different. It's going to be a pre-record, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll work the panel into the process. So it'll be fun, and it'll be a good show. That's on Friday night, but Wednesday is Esoteric Egypt, and you'll be getting the notices.
Great.
Jules,
And we'll do the raffle. Michelle Motherella, we weren't expecting that. Thank you so much.
Thank
That's
you.
very kind of you.
You're welcome.
Thank
you,
you.
guys.
Fantastic book, you know.
Righto.
You're welcome.
I got a
Thank
huge
you.
amount out of it. So,
Good.
all right.
Thank you.
Crystal,
like
back to you. Any final
Thank you.
announcements, Crystal?
Nope, I have no other final announcements, though. I will let y'all know I am ready to sell the. I'm going to do a video tomorrow about my soaps of the month release. Are pH tested. They passed the test and they're all ready to go. So tomorrow I'll let you guys know more information about that in the video tomorrow.
Awesome.
Me and Joey started a combined channel called Two Cute Pagans React, and we're getting like 4,000 views, 1,000, over thousands of views.
Good for
We are
you.
exploding the reaction scene.
Super
It's not
fantastic.
going to be everybody's thing at all.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
tell you that right now. But if you're interested in seeing how stupid and silly and our
Oh.
loving we are, we're just having
Go
Can
to
we,
my
can we
channel,
also
House.
send healing energies to Al? Can
Yes.
we send healing energies to Al and all of our brothers and sisters out there that are feeling these, I don't know whether you want to call them ascension symptoms or if you
The
want to call them
energy.
energy shifts
The
and
energy
triggers.
is high.
Yeah,
The
and
energy has been very high.
it's working everybody
Off
up
the
into
hook.
a frenzy, and
Yeah.
and people aren't sleeping, or you know. And
I did a whole I did a whole
Go ahead.
live on Wednesday night. If you go to my YouTube,
Yes, I shared it. Yeah,
I gave
Yes.
you guys very detailed
Yes.
planetary.
I watched
It's going down, baby.
There's some
Let's go.
collapsing of timelines going on, so ascension symptoms are going to be at an all-time high right now.
yeah, folks. If you haven't seen it yet, go to Motherella's YouTube channel. And you'll see it. It's Wednesday's show with Luke. No,
yes,
you had
with
even-
Luke, with
you had
Walker, and
Walker.
tonight I gave a collective conscious read of what to expect this weekend because you guys are going to be lit
Yeah.
the fuck up this
Yeah,
weekend.
Good.
yeah,
I'm
Yes.
there. I'm already there.
Yes.
I'm in the front seat of the roller coaster. I'm the
Yeah.
granny going.
Friday to Sunday, it's going down. So
yeah.
be
And there's
prepared.
synchronicities
I'm
between what
prepared.
Trina's been talking about, what Jules has been addressing
Mhm.
all along, and what Motherella is saying, and it's all coming together. So watch it, folks, because it's very
It's
important
got
to
moons.
be aware
It's the
of.
full moon.
Absolutely.
Important.
Oh, great! We got to have the full moon after that.
Al met with Trina. Al, didn't Trina? Didn't you mention that he should get some pyramids and put them around his house? That might help to spread them out all four corners of the house. Is something he
Yeah,
could
grid
do
your
with the
property.
pyramids.
Yeah,
Always
you
grid
can
your property.
grid your property. Yeah, so he needs to
Mhm.
grid the property for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's a potential. And then also Marsha Price has a bunch of the pendants. I'm wearing some of them right now that help you
Me
to
too.
push out that negative. They help you push out that negative energy and keep it away from you. So she's got a lot of that she's working on, and they're just tools, Jules.
That's right. That's
They're just
intention.
tools.
It's
It's the
your
intention
intention.
that matters the most. But these are
I
things
agree.
that help us connect. Okay, it's not that I worship these or think these are going to be
Yes,
the
exactly.
solution.
Yeah.
They're
But
not idols.
they're with me as part of me, and I know that there's
It's a
natural.
reminder.
It's all nature. They're made from
Yeah.
natural
Yeah.
substances from the earth, and the earth is in sync with us. So it makes
I bet
sense.
you some strangers would come across our channel and think that we like start to get naked and like worship crystals.
Yeah, we do. It's
We know
you,
some
love.
of us
It's
don't,
you,
honey.
Crystal. We worship you, Crystal. It's you,
How do you
love.
know
You're in
some of us
the
don't?
you're in
Clean
the
now.
center.
Clean.
You're in the
Crystal.
center there, Crystal,
Yeah.
and we worship
You know,
you,
I'm not
darling.
done it, you know.
I am waiting to get my verification for my OnlyFans page, just so you guys know, but not like that. It's not gonna be like that.
I was gonna ask you, Michelle Marie Body Owl, what's new? Anything new you want to announce?
I am going to be finishing paintings. I have paintings for sale. That's what's new. I have been painting.
Nice.
So new paintings for sale. Yeah, and I think that I am going to do an OnlyFans page so that way there's an outlet for paid content, because doing it any other way is just, it's really hard to try to. Yeah, so I'm going to get an OnlyFans thing and see how that goes.
Do your thing, girl.
Yeah.
Do it
Very
now.
nice.
Now is the time. Whatever you guys want to do, get busy doing it right freaking now.
The message that I had for the collective was related. It was right when you were talking about Motherella's partner and what he does. The message that I had to give to the collective was, if you're not taking care of your physical body, because in this kind of world's mentality, we talk about spiritual, we talk about emotional, mental. If you're not taking care of your physical body, this is the reminder. Make sure to take care of your physical body too. Rest, recuperate. Energies are high. They're going to continue to be high this weekend. Like she said, there is some stuff unraveling. And so make sure not to forget about your physical health too.
Right.
Yeah.
Very important. Very important.
Yeah.
And
you can even just touch your body and go, you know what? You've just been so good to me. I love you so much.
Back, here we go. Back laying down. Oh,
yeah.
Spirit. It's better than humans. Touch.
You guys are great. You've had 3 kids, and I just love you.
Yeah, you all are sweet. And Lori, we're doing a show tomorrow night that we posted?
Yeah, on Pure Love Ascension. I have some orb action again to show you, only this time it's with my cousin, and it's quite well, you remember the orb coming out of the desk, how incredible that was. This is every bit as incredible.
It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, a lot of people are looking forward to that one. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Motherella, thank you so much for joining
Thank
this
you.
crazy wild ride.
Thanks for having me. You guys are a hoot.
And
so nice to meet you.
A big old hello, and I watch you guys all the time.
Just wanted to introduce you to the rest of the community and give people a chance. Get so much value out of what you say and do, and I thought it would be a good synergy. So
everybody being the badass as you are meant to be. That's all.
That's right. I am a badass.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody in the chat for joining us tonight and joining Motherella and listening in and taking the time out of your busy life and schedule to take that time and put your energy and your attention to this, because every second is just a sacred tick in the now. So for you to choose to spend it with us means so much to us. Thank you so much. Johan, thank you. Delaney, thank you.
And Brenda, thanks for stepping up. Thanks for stepping up and courage.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed tonight. And thank you, Motherella.
You're very welcome.
I love you.
We love you.
Love you all so much.
Thanks, everybody.
Team Mom.
Love you, Mom.
Bye.
Love you, Mom.
Good one.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.